Okay, today I'm going to do a little video to show you how to get to Cloud9 from the General Luna area, and it's pretty easy to do, but it's just something that I wish I had the information I wish I had when I was preparing, so I know what to expect and what to bring and things like that. So here we go. I am staying at a place called Beach Reef Hotel, which is on the between General Luna and Cloud9 Surfing area. It's one of the better known restaurant hotels and restaurant in the area. So if you go to TripAdvisor, or if you go to any of the booking sites, you can get this. Do I recommend this place? It seems like everything in this whole island is kind of run down, and facilities not working so well, lack of water pressure, safe not working, things like that. But overall, I think this is what you can expect from this place, just because there was a typhoon that came here about 2-3 years ago, I think, that basically lifted all the roofs off people's houses and small buildings and things like that. So they're constantly rebuilding. And then the word is there's probably a typhoon that comes through every other couple years. So the island continues to be rebuilt, and unless they bring like heavy machineries and heavy construction out here to build much bigger more concrete places, this is what the island will continue to look like. But I'm sure in time it's going to get better and better. So this is the hotel that I'm staying at, the Reef Beach Hotel, and this is one of the main roads leading to General Luna, leading from General Luna to Cloud9. You can't miss the street. So on the street, it's pretty empty most of the time. There's a lot of people riding motorcycles, and you can rent out motorcycles here. I think for some people told me 350 pesos a day, which translates right now the rate is almost $6. So it's almost $6 a day to rent a motorcycle. Some of the motorcycles do have surf gear on them, so it's good to rent if you're gonna use it a lot to go to town and things like that. But I normally so far this is my third day, and I'm taking what is called a trike. Probably most of you would know. It's a motorcycle hooked up to a improvised passenger carriage that can carry 1 to 3 people, and it's convenient, it's fast, and they charge about 30 pesos to take you from the General Luna area to Cloud9. So I'm gonna try to flag one down, see if I can. So a guy just raised his hand, and I said, "Hey, come get me." And so here he comes. He's gonna come get me now. So follow along. Hello, Cloud9. Cloud9. Yeah. All right. So it takes about 5 minutes to get to Cloud9 on trike. When I first got here, the hotel guy told me it was going to be 5-minute walking, and I'm like, that's no way. He said, yeah, for sure, less than 5 minutes. But just FYI, it takes about 10 to 20 minutes on trike, depending how far you are from the Cloud9 area. If you're like way down in General Luna area, it's about 10-15 minutes. If you're by where I am, Beach Resort Hotel, then it's going to be about 5 minutes. So there's not much going on in town really. It's just a lot of ran down restaurants that have no one in it. People generally head for this, and then you would get some of these little shops, restaurants that really don't seem to have any patrons. However, this being September, I'm not sure what that means in terms of tourism, but based on what we normally read, September to November are the best months to visit Siargao for surfing. So I was thinking there might be a lot more people in this. So when you curve left, you know that you're close to Siargao, because this is kind of like at the top of that part of the island, and the street that runs around along it goes on the right hand side. So if you curve left, and then you will see Cloud9. So you can't see Cloud9 from the Chinaruna area, basically. Okay, so here comes all the parking lot for the motorcycles, and then this is kind of like the Cloud9 place that you have to pay entrance to get in. So I'm gonna pay the entrance, and we'll continue from here. All right, this is the entrance to the Cloud9 area. You can see local surfers get here. I think they don't have to pay anything, but as tourists, we're gonna have to pay 50 pesos to get in at this point in time. Hello. Today is 9. Okay, so I just paid my 50 pesos, and now I'm getting in. The ladies are very nice. They're here, collecting tickets. And then once you get in, you have all these shops on the right-hand side that sell all kinds of souvenirs and stuff. I don't know, maybe I'll go get some for the family a little bit later on. Here they're building a restroom. I don't know how long this is gonna take. It's like one guy working, shuffling cement all day long. This is the walk to Cloud9 spot. It's just a dirt road. Bring slippers. I wear these and they're fine. In the afternoon it gets wet. It gets really hot. So you want to wear your slippers. So my first question is, do I need to bring booties? Because as you know, it's going to be a reef break, and you can see from here that there's all kinds of reef. This is kind of mid-tide right now. It's not low tide. I think it's on a high rising tide, maybe high tide's an hour, and you can see that there's an area that that you have to go through. So there are two ways to go there, and I'll talk to you about it more later. You can either paddle out this way. If you have a longboard and it's super high tide, that's a good idea. If you have a short board and low tide, you risk running into the reefs and damaging your board if you paddle out at that time. Okay. Hey, I'm trying to tell my friends to come and see you on video. So okay. Yeah, this is Jazz. He's one of the best instructors here. So yeah, do you want to say hi to our friends? Okay. All right. Hey, I'm gonna kind of talk to my friend a little bit, okay. And then I'll talk to you guys. Okay. Yeah. Where were you yesterday?
In the house.
Yeah.
My wife sick.
Oh really? Oh really? Oh, I thought you went to a surfing competition.
today because my wife is
Your wife is sick?
yeah,
Yeah. What happened to her?
you know.
Yeah. She okay now?
But now it's okay.
Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna take a walk and I'll be back. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
See
Thanks.
you.
All right.
I have already this your board.
All right. Okay. So this is where we rent boards. There's a couple people, but if you come here to rent boards, look for this guy. His name is Jazz, right? He's like the coolest guy. Sometimes in the morning I walk around because there's no trike, and he picks me up, and then sometimes I ask him for a ride home, and he does too. But he's a good instructor. If you don't know how to surf or you want to level up your skill, ask for Jazz, and he can take care of you. So this is the surfboard board rental area, by the way. They have a lot of boards, from short boards to long boards. If you don't see what you're looking for, you can ask them, and they you know, usually sometimes it's like off the menu, but you can get it. So I normally, and they have lockers. You can see these lockers here. They're also 50 pesos for whatever, however long. So you don't have to worry about, you know, bringing your bags and waterproof stuff to carry with you while you're surfing. I did that first day, but then now I just, you know, bring my cell phone, enough money to pay for stuff and contingencies, and that's it. And then the board rentals, right now are $50. No, 200 pesos. 200 pesos for an hour. 200 pesos for an hour. So I normally rent it for 2 hours, and so that's 400 pesos. So you can go on this walkway out to the surf spot, or like I said, you can go and paddle out here. But you can see right now it's mid-tide, and you can see some of these reefs showing up. So I normally just walk this way, but it gets hot. So like I said, you don't need booties to walk around here, but if you go in the middle of the day when the sun's super hot, you might get blisters like I did. So that's just something to think about. So you can see already a bunch of people are surfing out there today. Unfortunately, this week in general, it's super small waves, like 1 to 2 foot, knee to thigh high. And I mean, I had a lot of fun, but at the same time, it's not huge. But you can tell that it has a lot of potential. If it gets really big, you can see that, you know, it can start barreling, probably shoulder to head high. But that's Cloud9 right there. And then a lot of people, you know, when they're training, when they're learning, they stay inside more. There right now, where my camera is pointing at, is the main Cloud9 surf spot. And then a lot of people are, a lot of guys actually, if you pay them money, they will take your camera out there and just stand there and videotape you, or they will follow you out here and train you to surf. And then right around here, there are different spots as the island kind of curves around. You have this over here, I think they call it Quicksilver. I'm not 100% sure. We can certainly go back and kind of look at the map, but this area here is more for like absolute beginners. You can probably see a couple people out there learning to surf, but there's really not much going on right now. But of course, when it gets, you know, head high and overhead and triple overhead, this is where most of us Californians would probably stay and surf here, and let the Cloud9 stuff, leave the Cloud9 stuff to the locals. So it's right now it's about 9 o'clock, not even 9 o'clock, it's about 8:30 in the morning, and you can see already that I'm sweating. So it gets hot around here, and it's a little bit crowded sometimes. But today, because the waves are so small, it doesn't look like it's super crowded. Definitely bring your sunscreen. Do you need booties? No, you don't need booties. You can walk through here. Although there's a lot of stuff on the bottom that would kind of gross you out if you're not used to it. They're nothing that cuts your feet if you're careful. They're just kind of rocks and old coral reefs, some grass. So, but the water is super clear, and the water temperature right now is around 86 to 88. That's what Surfline says. So it's really warm. They have these little shops on the side. You can go and lay out here if you want, although I don't see many people doing it. They have these little shops on the side that you can buy souvenirs or water or beer, whatever you want, which is kind of like small little mom and pop shops everywhere around here.
Daily salary here for the most basic of person is like